year. Oh my god. So today's video, I'm gonna be doing just to get ready with me. I thought it would be really fun to just sit down and talk to you guys about like the year and just like recap 2018 for me, and then kind of do kind of like resolutions. I'm not a huge resolutions person just because it seems kind of fake. It doesn't seem like it's something I'm gonna stick to, but I more just want to talk about maybe like goals for 2019, just like maybe things I have in mind for things I would like to do. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna be using a lot of stuff I got for Christmas and a few things I got from Octoly. So this, I actually got this from Octoly. This is the Claudale Beauty Elixir, which I was really excited to get this. It has like a slight minty scent to it, which I really like. It came in a spray bottle, not in the little dropper, which I was actually really excited about because I hate droppers with a passion. They get so messy. They also sent me a little kit, and this one was the moisturizer thing. I haven't used this yet, but I really like the Beauty Elixir. I used to use this Valjean Labs Glow Tonic that I would put on my face before I would like do my makeup. It was kind of like just like a hydrator kind of, and then I ran out of it, so this has been really nice to have because I missed that little tonic. But yeah, I got that through Octoly and I was really excited to get that because I've always wanted to try out the brand and I actually think it's really good. It makes my skin feel very, very hydrated. It smells really nice and it's cute. Also, this little mini size I feel like is gonna last a long time because I've already used it for like a week and a half. Barely even got like a dent in it, so that's what I think about. So I guess let's reflect on like 2018, shall we? Let's take a walk down memory lane. So this time last year, my channel was like, I'm talking about like 2017, like right before the start of 2018. I grew by I think like 2,000 subscribers, 2,500, basically in like a month. And that was really exciting for me. I was super, super hyped. And my goal was to hit 5,000 by the end of the year, like by the end of 2018. So, which was ambitious. I didn't think that was actually gonna happen, but it was kind of just like the goal, you know what I mean? So my goal was to hit 5K. I thought that was probably gonna be really difficult, but if I knew if I like kept posting, I'm using this Dior foundation, knew if I kept posting, it would be like a possibility. We're ending the year with almost 17,000. So I did that goal. I hit that goal actually in July. There was a time during this year, I feel like if we're like reflecting and being honest, you know, where I was feeling really insecure about the channel, and I actually debated like stopping doing it because it wasn't because it's gonna sound petty when I say why, but for like a month straight, almost 2 months actually, I was just it was right before the Petty Page Jackie Ina situation, about 2 months before that. That happened in June because I remember I was at my music festival when that video blew up that I did. There was a point during this year where I was just like literally hemorrhaging subscribers. Like every time I would upload, I would lose like 100 subscribers. my social blade was like hella red. And it was going on for like 2 months. And also I had a whole issue, which I talked about a little bit, but I was having this whole issue where I was like, I had met the requirements to get monetized in 2017, and we were in the middle of 2018. We were at like May of 2018 and I still was not approved. It took me, I was just unlucky I think, but it took me 7 months to get monetized because when I was able to be monetized was right when YouTube was changing their rules and they weren't really accepting anyone's application. What normally takes a week, just to put this into perspective for people who aren't YouTubers and are like, why are you complaining? What normally takes a week took me 7 months to get. And it was really frustrating because first of all, it's just frustrating knowing that you're like losing money. Like that's a frustrating feeling. Knowing that like I could have been saving up to get a better camera sooner, or I could have been like putting more money into like lighting and stuff. That was really frustrating. But the other part too was during that time, I was like, I just felt really like annoyed with the whole process. Like I wasn't really having fun creating because I hadn't like figured out my like niche yet. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't really figured out what I was doing with the channel. I hadn't figured out if I was gonna really go like drama channel route. I really didn't want to. I really didn't want to be a drama channel. Not because I think there's anything wrong with drama channels. It just wasn't the route I wanted to go down. Like I just couldn't do that. It just wasn't where I wanted to go with my channel. And I was making content that was just like kind of all over the place. It wasn't even like content that it was just like I was just doing whatever. Like I didn't really have a lot of thought put into it. So that whole thing was really frustrating. I wasn't really making good content, not bad content. I just didn't like know what I was doing. I didn't know like what drama I wanted to be reporting on, not even reporting, but I didn't really know what drama I should be giving my opinion about, so I just started giving my opinion about everything, but I didn't really care about a lot of it. And then in June, I made my video about the Jackie Aina and Petty Page situation. And that, suddenly, I had been hemorrhaging subscribers for like 2 months. I was still talking about some drama, but it was never drama that I like cared about. I just didn't care really about it because some of the beauty drama I find to be incredibly petty, like annoying. And I actually cared about like the Petty Page stuff because I'm like, I love Petty Page. And when Jackie Aina did that, I was really just like disgusted by that whole thing. I was really upset about it. And that video went up the day I was leaving for my music festival. I actually hit 5,000 subscribers, which was my goal for 2018. And I remember laying in my tent at the festival and just kind of being like, this is like what works for you. Like, you have to talk about things when you care, because if you don't care, it's not good. Like, people can tell that you don't really care about what's going on around here. I also remember thinking like, you love makeup, you love doing makeup, that's why you started this channel. And I was like, but you can be a person who does makeup and loves talking about makeup, but also have a voice and talk about things when you see things going wrong. And ever since that realization, I feel like my channel has done better. I've done better as a person mentally. I'm like way less stressed out about content because I just make what I want to watch. If I enjoy watching like a tag video somebody did, then I make that video. I make content that I would enjoy watching. And I think that's like the key. That's kind of like reflecting on 2018 just in the sense of like YouTube, because that was a big part of my year this year, was just like doing YouTube and being a YouTuber, which I hate saying because that doesn't feel like a thing. As far as YouTube goes for 2019, I definitely don't want to put some number on myself. So instead of focusing on like subscribers and numbers as far as my goal for 2019, I think I really want to focus on just like continuing what I'm doing. What I'm doing is obviously working, but I also want to not get complacent. So I would like to do things that are maybe a little bit more different, not necessarily like Shane Dawson documentary style, but I would love to do some stuff that's a little bit more fun, and a little bit more than just like me sitting here talking, which I know you guys love and I love doing it, but maybe like try to do some stuff that's a little bit different. Like, I thought about maybe like every month I could film like bits and pieces and put together like a monthly vlog, kind of me, what my life is like when I'm in school, like all of that stuff. That was kind of something I thought about doing. I don't want to change things up too much because number one, I like the content I make now, and number two, you guys seem to like it. It seems to be going well. But I would like to try to do like a couple new things. I think because YouTube is such an ever-evolving platform, it's good to always be like versatile with your content and just change things up sometimes. So that's kind of my plan at the moment. Nothing too crazy. My goal is to just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, but also do a couple different things, basically. I guess we can reflect on school. That's always kind of sad, because this year was really weird for me with school, because I thought it was going to be like the worst year. I thought it was okay. Those of you that don't know, I had a really hard time at getting into my school's social work program just because of my grades from when I was like 18 years old, and they kind of like came back and bit me in the butt because they were not very good and they still counted them. And even though for the past like year and a half I'd been going to a community college where I'd been getting like, you know, 3.9 GPAs, they still counted the bad grades from my other college when I was 18. So that was difficult. In spring, the spring semester, which is January 2018, I got accepted into my college at the very last second. I registered like the day before classes, and I got in. I was really, really, really excited. And, but they were basically like, you will never get into the admissions department was basically like, you got to change your major because like, you're never going to get into the social work department, the social work program. And I was basically like,
that seems like kind of unfair.
Like I was like, you're just telling me right now that I have to change my entire major and just change my life goals and plans because of a GPA. Like, that's not happening. So I emailed I just don't take life laying down. Like, I just don't let life screw me over anymore. Like I used to, but I don't anymore. And I emailed the head of the department, the like department head of the social work department. And this was all in 2018. This feels like so long ago. And I was basically like wrote my entire life story, like explained why I had bad grades, explained what happened when I was 18 and why I was out of college for years, and explained everything, explained like how I went to Nepal and how I discovered like all of this new worlds of like helping people, and how I wanted to, there was like nothing else I could picture doing in my life. This is so cliche, but it's true. This is how I felt, and I still feel this way. I was like, there's nothing more in my life that I can do and that I want to do that's not helping people, and not working in the helping field. Like, it's just not something there's nothing else I want to do. The person was basically like, why don't you come in my office and we can chat? So I did, and I talked at length, and they were basically like, we can't promise you anything, but you should still apply. Which felt like a good sign, but I still was like a little apprehensive about the situation. I'm gonna go into, Morphe actually sent me this through Octoly, which, and I'm not gonna lie, like, you guys know I like Morphe a lot. I know there's like some shadiness surrounding the brand, but like I love Morphe. I actually love their warm tone palette of this. I put it in my yearly favorites because I think it was so good. This is just like the cool toned version. I kind of fangirled when they like agreed to send this to me because like I really do love Morphe. This is the cool tone version. I really like this. It's hard to say if I like this more than the warm palette because I do love warm tone blushes, but these like pinky pink, especially the top row that's mostly like matte or satin finishes, I find to be absolutely stunning. And this queen shade down here is great for a little bit more of a vampy look, which I think is what we're going to dip into right now. I will say these are a little bit more pigmented than even the warm toned one, so just make sure you tap. But it's beautiful. It gives such a nice like flush color. I freaking love this. Thank you to Morphe for like sending this because I freaked out. I was really excited. So I applied, and then all this drama happened where they sent me an acceptance letter, but then I sent a screenshot to my mom of the acceptance letter, and she was like, that's not your name, that's for somebody else. And so I thought I got accepted for like 3 minutes, and then I found out I didn't get accepted, or they just hadn't told me if I'd gotten accepted yet. And then I waited for about 5 days, and nobody told me if I got accepted or not. And then finally I emailed the department and I was like, I am so sorry to bother you, but I'm losing my mind. I literally was like crying to my boyfriend every single night because at this point I was in an elective class, a social work elective, just to like take the class, just to, you know, get on good terms with someone. And I was in that class, and all of the other kids who were in the class were also applying to the program, and they all found out one way or another if they'd gotten in or not. And I hadn't. So I was like, obviously I didn't get in, like they're just not wanting to tell me because they feel bad, and I was like freaking out. I would cry every single night. And then it came out that I did get in, and it was great. It was a nice little surprise, a nice little celebration. And then this year in the fall semester, I started the program, and that was what happened from this September all the way up until now. I'm still taking classes right now over the winter break. I started a class basically immediately after ending classes for the winter term, which has been sucky, but yeah, it went really well. I feel like I did good. As far as school goes, the only thing I want to work on, because honestly, to get the grades, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. That's pretty much what I have to do to get the grades that I like aspire to get, and the grades that I've been getting that are really good. I just have to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. But I think emotionally, as far as school goes, I would like to try and not get so stressed out about everything. I feel like I tend to get really stressed about school, and I just put way too much pressure on myself to like do well. Like, I don't allow myself the opportunity to just like take a B. I like get really stressed out anything that's not an A, and I just strive. I've talked about this on the channel a little bit, but I just strive for perfection a lot, which has been a problem this year. You wouldn't think it's a problem, but it's actually a problem because I get way too stressed out about school, like ridiculously stressed about school and ridiculously overwhelmed. And as much as that's like a good thing because you want to do well, it's also kind of a bad thing because I'm constantly stressed out. So I think for 2019, I just want to be a little bit more like laid back about school and just try and not be so much of a perfectionist about it, because like it's gonna be fine, you know? The other things I wanted to talk about, so I don't really talk about like my relationship on here, or like my relationships plural, like with my family or my friends or my boyfriend, but I wanted to look back on this year in particular. I'm using my Berries and Cream palette from Dominique Cosmetics, but I'm also going to use one of my Stila glitters because it's like New Year's. Gotta be glittery. So I feel like this year, as far as relationships go, it was an interesting one because for me and Charles, like, I think we hit kind of new levels in our relationship. So we have been living together basically since we met. which sounds a little crazy, but that's just kind of how it worked out for us. We lived like 2 minutes away from each other. Our apartments complexes were like 2 minutes away. So it kind of just got to a point of like, well, he could leave and go home, but I had my own apartment and he still lived with his brother. And so it was like, well, why would we leave? Like, why wouldn't we just stay here? And we kind of like started living together, but he always had like his house. And at the end of the day, the apartment was always like my apartment. But this year we moved in together. We got our own apartment together. And you know, it's been great. Like, I think it has made us a lot closer as people, like not just from living together, but just kind of like, we've just like chilled out a little bit. I feel like in the beginning stages of our relationship, I especially was a lot more like high maintenance, and I think I needed more from him than he really, like, it was just like I just like wanted to hang out all the time, and I was just like a little bit clingy, I think, and he was more like distant with that. I think I was also really even not even just 2018, but like before, I think I was always really I can't really speak to how he felt, but I think I always felt a little bit insecure in the relationship just because of stuff that like my past, and I think he was always way more secure in the relationship because of his past. So there was conflict because of that, and I think moving in together, we still were fine, but there was always a little bit of conflict because of that. And I think the moving in together and working that out and learning, I always say this when I talk about our relationship, but like we were the type of people that like personality wise we mesh so well, like we're perfect personality wise, but when it comes to communication, we just were the type of people that needed to learn how to communicate with each other. We just didn't instantly mesh when it came to communicating about problems and like conflicts. And I think this year, I think we've made even bigger strides when it comes to communicating with each other, talking to each other, talking things out, like figuring things out. I think that's significantly improved this year. So I guess my goal for 2019 would be to continue working on ourselves, but also working together to communicate, because communication, I think, is one of the hardest parts about being in a relationship. Like, it's just really hard to, you just have this person who's so like different, and it's like super hard sometimes when you have a problem. You guys, like me and him argue the exact, I think we're gonna do a whole like mukbang episode taking questions about like relationship advice and talking to you guys about like our relationship and like what we've learned in our relationship. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because it's something we've talked about doing, because we would just love to like be more open about our relationship and be honest, and because it's silly to pretend like you have like this perfect YouTube relationship when that's like just not the tea. So we might do a whole podcast of that. So I think just being more like honest with ourselves, and you know, we'll talk about more in our other video, but I think my goals are just to be more like keep the trajectory where it's going, basically, with our relationship. That's kind of my plan. Another New Year's resolution I have actually has to do with makeup. This year, I feel, was the year of finding like my style, my makeup style, just in the sense that I feel like this year I really was able to like find a routine and find a way to apply makeup that works for me and makes me look really good, and I kind of just do that a lot. Like, I feel like even in the comments ever since like September, I feel like even you guys have noticed a significant increase in like my makeup skills, and like they're getting better. That's because I found something that works for me that I know will make me look good, and I do that a lot now, because ever since I found out like how to do my makeup that works for me, ever since I found that out, I've just been doing that kind of consistently. And while I think that's good, because I think I'm overall definitely improving in makeup, I definitely want to sort of like experiment more in 2019, even if it means having some bad makeup days. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. It'll be fun, I think, to be able to experiment a little bit more and try things that are a little bit out of my comfort zone. That's kind of a makeup goal for 2019. And then I think if we were just to talk about like random goals, I would definitely love to start singing again and singing more. Singing and theater and all of that, it was like my biggest passion was singing. And I kind of feel like I like forgot that I was a singer this year. Like, I don't really sing anymore. Not necessarily, I don't want to like sing on my channel, because that's not really the content you guys signed up for. But I thought maybe I could do, I used to have an Instagram singing account that I like loved posting on. I used to just do like 1-minute covers, and I really like doing that. So I've been thinking maybe in 2019 start that up again, like do like short little covers on Instagram and stuff like that. Thought that could be fun, just because I miss singing and I love it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Another kind of like smaller goal I have, it's not really small, but I definitely would like to And now I'm just like listing off goals because we've kind of ran out of things to reflect on. I would love to start cooking more, being more adventurous with food, learning like recipes and stuff. I think that would be really fun. I definitely am terrible at cooking, and Charles does most of the cooking. So I think learning how to do some more stuff could be like, just like so I could make dinner sometimes would be really cool. I think like financially, I would love to just like spend, that's why I'm kind of doing the no-buy at the beginning of this year, because I am doing I'm on a no-buy right meow. I'm on a no-buy right now, and I'm gonna be on one until basically like the end of February, my birthday. And I think just like, I'm gonna do a little bit of purple eyeliner just because I think it might be kind of fun. I just want to focus on like saving money and like putting money aside for bigger things and like doing all of that, because I think that would be kind of fun. I may do a couple more videos about that to be more in depth about that, but that's kind of the plan. I did not brush my hair after I got out of the shower. Just let it air dry. Let me go find some lipstick and I'll be right back, and then we'll finish up this video. All right, friends, that was my video for today. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have just an amazing New Year and an amazing year in general. I wanted to end this video by thanking you guys for just like, this year has truly been one of the best of my entire life. Just like, not only with YouTube, but also because of YouTube, but also because of like school and my personal life, and everything has been so good. But YouTube has been a big part of making this one of the best years of my life. And you guys are to thank for that. So I just wanted to thank you guys for just being absolutely amazing and just like making this such a good year for me. I really love all of you guys, and I appreciate every single person who hit subscribe. It's been a wild, insane year, and I feel like 2019, things are about to get even crazier. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to keep doing this. It's so dope that I get to do something that I love doing. Like, I love creating content, and it's so awesome that I get to create content for you guys and like make money from it, and you know, get brands to start talking to me and make all of these new friends, and like, it's just been such an amazing year. And I want to thank you guys so much, because it would not have happened if you guys hadn't have liked me. But that's it for my video. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe. Everyone be safe tonight. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Wait, oh my god, I totally skipped my entire outro. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!